What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha.
What up? Yo, I just got to say, that intro that we have, I absolutely love the beat on that thing. When I put it together, it was like dope. It's like, I ain't want to change it. But anyway, just to let you know, we are here to bring you all practical solutions that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself. All right. Now, this evening, we have some information to go over that is pretty much, we believe, is going to be groundbreaking for anybody that's in the Twin Flame community. Okay? So you definitely want to strap in. We may just kind of play around just for a little bit because we want as many people to come in and get this information, because if you can really grasp what we're about to go over in the next few minutes, this can really change the game for you connecting with your twin flame. What's up, Goddess 999? And what's up, D? Glad to see y'all in the building. As y'all come into the room, make sure you give us that thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that you can let YouTube know that you like what we're doing and you want more of it. Absolutely. And we are so happy with the way things are just going right now, because even in the past couple of days, one of the analytics that showed up on the on YouTube is that we've had 111 subscribers in the past couple of days. 111, y'all.
Yes,
that is dope. For a while, we were kind of like stuck at 6,500.
Well, even less.
Couldn't even get over 6,500. But now we're moving on up.
Surpassed. So thank you guys. Thank you. Welcome to the new subscribers, by the way, because that means we have quite a lot of new subscribers. So welcome and thank you guys for even sharing your time and space with us. We greatly appreciate it. What's you looking for, babe?
I was trying to figure out if Umi was under here. I was hearing some scratching.
Yeah,
I was like, what is going on?
Umi's right here. Come say hi, Umi.
And what's up, Bethany?
Come say hi.
As y'all come in the room, y'all can just check in, let us know that you're here. If you want to say where you're from, you can do that as well. But once again, we got some information to go in with you all, but we want to make sure we get as many people into the room before we go into it. But of course, this is going to be on the replay, but we want as many fresh ears as possible to hear this information.
Yes.
But before we go into that, my baby just pulled the card for the collective. You want to go over that one real quick?
Yep. So this one tonight, collectively, standing in your truth.
So fitting.
Sometimes the truth is painful and it hurts, right? Don't let the ego get in the way, all right? You know, that ego, I always say, it's needed in this realm of reality. You know we need it. But it's really, don't let the ego stand in your way of really being grounded in your truth.
Right.
Sometimes the truth is not always pretty. It's not really popular right now, as you can see. Anybody that try to tell the truth in a world based on lies, a deck of cards, you know, and the deck that the house of cards is built with, it could be shattered just with the truth. So, you know, truth is air, like wind, right? That communication can tear that house of cards down. So nobody, well, nowadays, the truth is not really that popular. But just because something is not popular, or just because something is, it doesn't mean that it aligns with you.
Right.
All right. So don't be afraid to stay grounded in your truth. Sometimes it hurts. Stay grounded in that bad boy.
Yes. And what's up, Charlotte? Good to see you in the building. Yes. Hopefully you're doing well. Doing very well.
Yes, she is.
All right. So I think we played around enough.
And guys, this, just so you know, this was a download, okay?
A big download.
And y'all want to see how I drew it? I know I ain't got no type of drawing skills or nothing, none of that. But I did, as the information came in, I drew it.
Yeah. So this is pretty much what we're going to go over.
Give one. Over here showing my stuff so confident.
But the information is profound. What's up, T? Teresa in the building. What's up, love?
What's up, Teresa? Man, listen, y'all know when inspiration comes through, man, it comes in. And if you're not a good, if you can't, I mean, you could draw stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not the artistic one, okay? So I just kind of like, however I see it, it doesn't look like what I'm seeing, but I do my best to put it on the paper to take my notes. And so you show it again.
So we're going to go over this. We're going to go over this, okay? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's how it came through, man. I did my best.
The message came through and we captured it. So we're gonna go into it. All right. So, just to set just to kind of set the tone on this, or just to kind of bring you all up to speed, especially for those who are new to this channel and you may not know what twin flames are and what's the whole purpose and how do you even get to your twin flame and things of that nature. Well, we're gonna break it down with some information that came through as a download for my baby.
Right.
Okay. Because we've been kind of scratching our brains a little bit, trying to figure out why the twin flame union is easier for some and difficult for others.
Right.
For example, once again, if you all are not familiar with our story, we had no idea what twin flames were until a couple of months into the relationship. And it seemed like it just happened so easily for us.
Naturally and effortlessly.
Like it was effort. Like I saw Alicia. Look, if I wasn't married at the time, we probably would have been together back then. But
yeah, I think so. But we would have gotten some hot sauce.
Oh, we would have been.
We would have been one of them running, chasing.
We would have been going back and forth.
Back and forth.
It would have been chaos.
It would have been a mess. Get your broom.
It's a mess. But like I said, we've been trying to figure out why is it difficult for some, but easier for others. Now, if you didn't catch the thumbnail on this video, there are two figures that are on that thumbnail that are going to be very key for what we're about to talk about, which is Isis and Osiris, and Shiva and Shakti. Okay, they are ones that are really considered to be like the original twin flames. And if you're not that familiar into the cult things, it's just an energy signature. They're really just one. They're one and the same. Shiva and Shakti are Isis and Osiris, but it's an energy signature, right? And so I'm gonna let my baby go in and break down the information that she gave, and I'm just gonna ride the coattail and put in my 2 cents as things go along.
All right, so we're gonna get into the picture, guys. Keep in mind what the download looks like. Don't laugh at it, okay? Don't you laugh.
No.
Don't judge it. It's a lot of information in that simple picture.
Yeah.
All right, so what we started realizing, at least what came in, right? Like my baby was saying, some people have a really, really hard time with their twin flame. When they encounter their twin flame, they do a lot of running and chasing. A lot happens, right? And for others, yeah, you're still gonna meet some stuff, you know, it challenges every belief system that you have. And it's with the intention that you would evolve and you would grow and you would expand, right, on a spiritual level. Because again, we are spiritual beings and we are having a human experience. Now, before you come into the dynamic, you might feel like, you know, you have a job and, you know, I am my body, and you resonate with all these things that are really I am, or that you have, tools that you use throughout this matrix, your thoughts and everything like that. So the twin flame union kind of expands that stuff, right? And if you're not ready for it, it can be like a chaotic ride. It's kind of like getting on a roller coaster after you had a full meal. Y'all ever went on a roller coaster ride after you had some McDonald's? That thing is in there tumbling and tumbling.
Or you to eat all those funnel cakes and popcorns and soda.
Right. And then the only thing you want to do when you get off that ride is throw up. Right? Because it's too much in there. You wasn't ready for it. Now, first thing I want to talk about is this first picture right here. Show them the first picture. Y'all gonna see it again.
Okay.
Every time you see it, I know y'all gonna laugh because I'm not an artist. Don't worry about it. That's the first one that we want to talk about, okay? You got to have the vision so you could see it.
Right.
So the first one is what I call, or what we call, a twin flame template. That's just the name. We're just gonna throw some terminologies on there.
That's our term. I don't think nobody else has really said this, or it's especially explained it the way that we're about to explain it.
Right. So this is what we would call a twin flame template. Now, Chris and Alicia, what the hell is a twin flame template?
Come on, break it down.
All right. So in other words, most of the people who have this difficulty in finding their twin flame and in knowing, especially this one, in wanting to know who their twin flame is, that specific one, usually what happens, why they find so much difficulty or why they find they can't connect with their twin flame, it's because they're simply trying to fill a template, right? So it's like they hear about the twin flame from someone else or whatnot, and now they're on the path to finding their twin flame. And sometimes they don't know why. They're just on this path and they're chasing and they're finding and they're looking really hard. And everybody that they come into, oh, this could be my twin flame. What if this is my twin flame? And then you're caught up in going to paying a lot of money to get readings, card readings, and you're paying a lot of money
treats and
to find out information. Can you do this chart and can you read me and can and then you really get caught up in a vicious cycle of trying to find out who your twin flame is, or the person that you're with, is this my twin flame? So it's almost like an obsession almost.
Yes.
And again, you don't really know why you want to know or even connect with your twin flame. All you know is what you heard about twin flames. You hear that, we could have the same birthday, or you hear that, we're going to have a lot of synchronicities, or so you're really based in what you're looking for off of what you've already seen. External to you, right? This is where the confusion comes in. So the template that I drew here is something that you're looking to fill.
Yeah. So just imagine this dot is you, and you're trying to fill this whole thing, which is the twin flame template.
Right.
So you're in the middle, and these lines are representing just you trying to send out all of this stuff so that you can fill in this template so that you can meet your other twin in this template.
And they have to meet the template that you have.
They have to meet the same template that you have.
Right. So they have to meet that template, and you're forcing to fill out this template, right? Whatever that template might be, they have to have this or they have to have that. And you have all of these things, but it creates a template that you're trying to fill out.
Yes. And just to bring it to some reality stuff, right? I'm not going to belittle it at all because it's everybody's journey.
Right.
But look at it like this. If there is a job that you want to apply for, you have to meet certain requirements in order to acquire that job. Now, the other thing is about this job, because, hey, the job may be wonderful. It paid thousands, maybe even millions of dollars.
Right.
Okay. But you're not the only one applying for that same job, that same template. And the thing that we miss a lot is that we are all unique. We are not a template. And that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. Now, we're going to go into the second part in just a moment, but just really want to drive this in before we even go to the next part, which can really, like, if you all really catch what we're saying, it's going to make the union for your twin flame become easily and automatically.
And effortlessly.
You're not going to have to put in any effort. You're not going to have to chase anybody or anything. They will come to you.
Exactly.
Okay? But just going back to this whole job situation, just like if you find out that there's a job that is paying $30 an hour, and it doesn't require you to have any type of technical background, any certification, any degrees, and things of that nature, how many people do you think are going to apply for that same job?
All right now.
Okay. So we really want to get out of this template thing, because you are unique. You are not us, at least on this physical plane. We're talking about physical wise, okay? On this level, it's so many different levels, because I know some of our people who are into the esoteric thing, and they go a little bit deeper, like, but I am you.
Right.
We're one.
You and me.
So if I'm you and you are me, then that means that the way that you came into you means it's the same way I can come into you, but that's not the case.
Right.
Okay? So because you didn't go through the same journey that we went through. Because actually when you really go into the really occulted type things, you'll understand that there are many different rays that came out from the different sources. So there's a bunch of different ways to get back to source. So it's not just one way.
Right.
Okay.
Now back to this template, guys. And I really want this, especially the people that are new on the journey.
Right.
Or those who are frustrated with the journey. Think about this information, right? Are you trying to fill a template? Right? Think about that for a moment. Just let that sit in. Now, on the flip side.
Let's go to the flip side.
This is the flip side.
And thank you so much, Holly, for tuning in with us from Facebook. We appreciate you for being there.
Yes, thank you, Holly. Thank y'all. Tyler, thank you. Welcome, Vince. Welcome, Jade. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining in. Now, again, don't laugh at my drawing now because I don't got them type of skills. I'm a poet. I write poems. I don't draw. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the flip side here. All right.
This is the flip side. So this was the first side, but this is the flip side.
I see y'all laughing. I just know y'all back there laughing at my drawing. It's okay. I still love y'all. All right. So this is the flip side. So the flip side of the twin flame journey will kind of go something like this. And this part of the journey can take a lot of the frustration away from you. Okay. This is when you're not trying to fill a template, right? This is when you're embracing your uniqueness. This is when you are going within and you're doing the work. When we say the work, this is when you're going within and you are really loving you, all parts of yourself. You know, if you feel fragmented, if you feel hurt, if you have feelings on the inside that you don't know, why am I feeling like this? If you have patterns that repeat in cycles and you want to take care of that and you're truly going within and you're doing the work. Yeah, you might hear about twin flames and whatnot. Sounds cool and whatnot, right? But not chasing after something,
right?
But really turning inward and filling that void with yourself. Really starting to build that relationship with yourself.
Yes.
Really getting that true connection within. What you're going to notice is all the things that are meant for you, you will start attracting it, including your twin flame. Or your soulmate, whatever the case may be. Because believe it or not, everybody don't, in different lifetimes, depending on what you're doing, you don't always align in a twin flame relationship, like as far as, being together romantically or whatever, if that's the right word. Sometimes your twin flame might just come to awaken you. They might just come to do something very specific and then they leave. You might be better with a soulmate in this particular lifetime if you're looking to build some type of happiness or what have you. Right? But you won't figure this stuff out. You won't find this stuff out if you're trying to fill a template. You see what I'm saying? So when you start going within and you start studying who you are, you start really living life on purpose, with purpose.
Yes.
And then you're just walking in your purpose on purpose. Whatever the hell that may be. Your purpose might be eating ice cream that day. That might just be your purpose. Your purpose might just be to be in the park that particular day, singing to the top of your lungs, raising the vibration of everybody else that's around you. Maybe somebody was suicidal in the park. And because you started singing loud and laughing and whatever, they look at you like, wow, okay, this feels good. And they don't know why it feels good. You were serving your purpose in that particular moment.
Right.
Your purpose could change from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. But as long as you are living true to you, you are going within, you're connecting with that divinity within, the outside world is just going to match. It's just how it works, as within, so without. So we want you guys to don't try to fill these templates anymore. Get rid of all of this looking for my twin flame. Where is my twin flame? And all these titles and stuff like that.
Requirements about birthdays and lookalikes and things of that nature. Like, just throw it out the window. Like, literally. Okay? Because let's once again go back to the analogy that I said earlier about how like the template is like you applying for a job. Now, just imagine that you get that job, but now you're restricted. You're restricted to being at your desk at a certain time. You're restricted to how much you can make at that particular job.
Right.
It may be an awesome job, and once again, you're having a lot of fun, but also understand that there are restrictions. There are rules that you have to apply by. And sometimes those rules don't resonate with you. Okay? Versus if you take the flip side to what we're just talking about right now, and you become your own boss. Okay? When you become your own boss, that means that you set the rules for what will and will not go. That means that you create the template for which your business structure is going to be made out of. And because it's yours and all the success depends on you, you're going to first make sure that the foundation of the business is good. You want to make sure that you got things working so that you can bring in the revenue that you need to bring.
Right.
And what happens is that once you focus on your dream, and you start building that foundation on the vision that you have, then you start attracting those things that help in building your business. And after a while, it ends up becoming an empire. So kind of taking that analogy and applying it to the whole twin flame dynamic. Because if you're trying to fill a template, you're putting yourself in a box.
Right. And you create a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Because again, anxiety is when you're living in the future. Right?
Yes.
Depression is when you're in the past. It shoulda, coulda, woulda. But the present moment is where we obtain the gift. The present is the gift, and it's there, and we just have to receive it, guys.
Yes.
So yeah, like attracts like. There you go. Serena she got some good stuff in here. Yeah, when you run from yourself, you attract the same negative energy.
Right.
So whatever it is that you're running from, that's what you're going to attract.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Thanks, Serena.
Because see, and on the flip side, once again, the flip side, you see the smiley faces, right?
Yeah.
That's because they're happy because they went within. They cleared up all of the negative chatter that goes on in your mind that brings you down. It's also, once you've gone in and done that work, you've also cleared out all of the shadow work that a bulk majority. Right.
And then keep in mind, right, once you have learned these tools, because again, this is a journey, it's not a destination. Life is a journey, right? You will have attained these specific type of tools. You know, you're going to probably have more things that will come up that you'll need to adjust and you need to balance out. Now you got the scale. Right? You got the skill. So if anything comes up, hey, I know how to balance this out. Hey, I recognize this. I know what this is. If you start seeing patterns, you're more in a different type of awareness now. So now you can see destructive patterns before they turn into something ugly. So you can be like, I know what this is.
Yep.
And you're able to handle those things as they come. So not because you did shadow work yesterday or last week, that means you're done for the rest of your life. No. Sorry to disappoint you.
It keeps going on. Like, if y'all know anything about this Lion Gates portal that's been going through for the past week or so, which I think is coming to an end this Sunday, with the new moon and everything in Leo. Even I have gone through a whole nother layer of shadow work that I didn't even think I had to go through.
See? But what did you have to do the shadow work?
I had the tools.
The tools.
I had the tools, and I didn't have these tools before. And it made it a lot easier for me to get back to a place to where I'm back balanced and centered.
Right.
And the other thing that really happens when you end up doing the shadow work and you actually go within, you actually come to a realization that you have both masculine and feminine energies within you.
That's facts. That's facts.
And then you're like, oh, okay, so I know how to pull from my logical side. I know how to pull from my creative side and bring the two and balance it together. And see, and then what happens is like when the pieces become whole, they then have a magnetic field that is created that is going to attract the same thing. And your twin flame is you. And so when you bring those pieces back together, now you're going to attract another piece that's just like you.
So come on with it, man. Let's start.
Come on for the home team. Okay, I got that from Petty.
Right.
Come on for the home team. Bring it home.
Right.
Let's bring it home. Let's become whole.
Yeah. Stop looking at these external stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have your own uniqueness. It's time for us to really start going within. Don't worry about what no other twin flame relationship look like. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about if they got the same birthday. Don't worry about if they look alike. That's not you.
No.
They're having their own human experience. You have to live your human experience.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do it from the inside.
Yeah. Yeah. And just understand that the whole twin flame thing, them looking like you, if you in some cases, okay, because that's this phenomenon that happens when people get together, they start looking alike.
That's because they swapping DNA. Okay, you swapping DNA, like for real. Okay,
Yeah.
if you kissing someone, you swapping DNA. You doing the doodle, you swapping DNA. You really swapping DNA.
Yeah.
So some of me gets inside of you, some of you gets inside of me. So of course.
Yeah. I mean, because at a certain point, you stay together long enough, you start looking like each other. At one point, my ex-wife, everybody was talking about how we looked alike. See? Okay. And it's just like making lemonade, for example, right? You got lemons in one hand, you got sugar right here. And, you know, at first they're apart. They look nothing alike. But if you start putting their contents inside of each other, inside of a water, and you spin it around, you can't tell which one is what.
Hold on, Serena said that escalated quickly.
Say that escalated quickly. Which part escalated?
The sushi.
Oh, the sushi. Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, that did go up kind of quick, didn't it, Serena? How bad.
Well, it's all good because we just because like once again we were just really scratching our heads as to why is it easy for some and not for others. And when you think about it, you know, twin flames are really about freedom. Like there are no restrictions on our love or what we need to do or anything of that nature. But like when you get into that template, especially when you start adding the titles of what's considered 3D, right? We're trying to ascend out of 3D, right? But you're bringing 3D things
in the template
on top of the template. So now you meet your twin flame, and now you want to go to the courthouse and get permission so that you can love somebody who is you.
See how it gets real crazy and twisted? Because it's meant to elevate you. It's meant to raise and expand your consciousness outside of this man-made construct, this matrix within a matrix. And again, we already know a matrix is a womb, it's a place of development. So if you have a matrix within a matrix, that means that your actual development is actually capped.
Right.
You know, there is a cap on your spiritual development.
Right.
So just think about that for a second.
And even think about even with your spiritual development. Like religion is a wonderful thing. It has its place.
Yes, it does.
But if you strictly stick on Christianity, then there's a ceiling that you can't go past. If you are on Islamic, there's a certain ceiling that you can reach and you can't go past that. And, you know, with all of these different religions, there's a certain ceiling that blocks you from moving forward. And once again, we're trying to ascend. And a lot of the things when it comes to these religions are based in 3D things. They're not really based on higher things. They may give you the illusion that this is some higher being type thing and you get to ascend and go to heaven and things of that nature, which may be the case.
But when you realize what heaven is, if you look up the etymology of the word heaven, you know, things start breaking down real fast. You know, when you really start doing some research into these terminologies and you really start looking at the creation of these illusions, shit roll downhill real quick.
Yeah.
All right. But again, these things has its place. But just know that when you look up the etymology of the words, you break the sound apart. Umi, calm down. There's nobody out there. You can't tell them no different.
Yeah.
But anyway, when you
Calm
break the
down.
words apart, you break the spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you free yourself. And this is what it is. We don't want to be in no fishbowl. We want to be in the ocean. And yeah, the
Right.
ocean got some sharks and it got some stuff, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get to explore and you get to actually grow,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
just don't put yourself in no template.
No.
Don't do that to yourself. Expand and grow. We are so much
Yes.
more.
And last but not least, please stop searching for external validation.
Don't do that. No, let me give you like the vampires. Don't do that. Quit it. Don't look for nothing outside of you to validate anything inside of you. It just don't work like that.
No.
All right.
Yeah, you don't need. If anything, if you need advice on something,
Mm-hmm.
that is on your journey.
Right.
Something that's just concerning you,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't control anybody else.
That's true.
Just because somebody say that I should go into business with so and so,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they may be a good business partner, but they may not have the same frame mind that I have.
Right.
Okay. Or if, like, say for example, you know, we're playing basketball on the court and somebody says, oh, if you pick so and so, y'all will win.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go and pick this person, and then they not even doing their part to help us win the game. Okay. I'm just giving some things. I'm kind of rambling right now.
It's okay, baby.
Right now.
Listen, my baby a Pisces, okay?
Yes.
Y'all know Pisceans they stay up in the ethers, and if they don't get to go up there, they act weird.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I was really excited about this download that Alicia got, because it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it's making sense to you all as well. If it's making sense, drop a 1 in the chat.
Drop a 1 in the chat.
If this is making sense to y'all, drop a 1, let us know.
Yeah, because I have one last thing that I wrote down in this this
Mm-hmm.
upload. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it an upload, right? It says here, you are trying to fill out a template instead of being the template. Okay, you are the template.
Awesome.
You don't have to look for anything to be like. You are already it. And don't look for external validation for anything that's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not gonna match.
No, it's not gonna match.
You know, sometimes things resonate, and that's different. When you come into like a certain type of information, or when you come across a certain someone, you know, there is a certain resonance that goes off. It's like a tickle, ting-ling-ling-ling, like a bell that goes off. Now that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a resonance. That's something that you resonate with, which means it's already on the inside.
Right.
So you picking up on it on the outside. That's resonance.
Mm-hmm.
That's different, right? So if you find someone like a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and for some reason there's something on the inside of you that's just really magnetic and it clicks, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So when you really do that work that we talked about, and for these past couple of videos, at least for like past week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, we really been talking about really going within, doing the shadow work, giving you all some examples on doing the shadow work, as far as giving you some exercises to go through to actually do that shadow work, so that you can really figure out who you are on the inside. Because just like our big Empress said here, like, you are your twin flame, you are your soul. When you get an opportunity to do that shadow work, you get to find out who you truly are. Yes. And once you know who you truly are, then there's no question. When you come in contact with your twin flame, you know, because this person is you.
And you know, another thing, you get to find out who you are. You also get to find out where you are. All right, who you are and where you are, because you or us, we can leave different fragments of ourselves in different time loops. In different time pockets. Okay? AKA traumatic events that took place in the past. Guess what? A piece of us is in that loop, in that traumatic event.
Mm-hmm.
So we are less powerful, depending on what part of us we left back in that loop, back in whatever year it was.
Mm-hmm.
You get to go and collect that part of yourself and reclaim your power.
Yes.
And if you had another traumatic event, guess what? Another part of you is in that loop in that time.
Mm-hmm.
So the more fragments of yourself you start collecting, the wholer you become. And, the more that you really get to know yourself in its entirety.
Yes.
Right? So it won't be any need to be looking outside for external validations. We really only go outside for external validation when we feel disempowered. And we feel disempowered because fragments of ourselves are no longer with us. They're in time loops.
Mm-hmm.
And we collect those when we do our shadow work, when we do our integration,
right,
when we do our own healing. Someone had said something earlier about solitude. When you go into solitude, and sometimes that is the best thing somebody could do, is leave you the hell alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get to really be in solitude with self.
Yes.
That's when you have no place to run, you have no place to hide, and you have to see everything for what it is and not what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a gift from the universe. So if you're ever alone, if you're going through something and you feel like everybody's leaving you and you're doing this by yourself, look at it a different way. Get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Because if people around you are leaving, right, it's for a reason.
Right.
Because sometimes in order for you to travel in certain destinations, you have to get light. Literally, you have to get light so you can get light so you can see. Right?
Say that one more time. You have to get light so that you can get light.
So you could see, to travel on this journey that you're on. So sometimes when people fall away from you, it's not always a bad thing. It's a very good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends on how you look at it. Because again, the duality, the yin and the yang, right? So and then we realize something with these loops. And this is another tool that we discovered for really evolving loops. You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes you be having a good day and you feel good, and then a trigger comes up.
Right.
It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a circumstance. For some people, it's money.
Mm-hmm.
Who was talking about that? Q. Big up Q.
By the way, thank y'all so much for y'all cash apps. We appreciate
that. Oh,
that.
y'all so wonderful. Thank you for the donation, guys. It doesn't get go unnoticed. We really do appreciate all of you guys who be sending us donations. It does help with the channel for us to keep bringing you guys good content and keeping the lights on and stuff, and the internet and stuff like that. Yeah. So we do appreciate that.
Thank you.
But back to what I was going to say with Q. He's on YouTube. You guys should check him out. He's really, really, really deep and out there. So let's be prepared. But he does give some good information. Q said something that really hit home for us. He said that a lot of us have integrated with money. How you like me now? Think about it. He said that a lot of us have integrated fully with money for a very long time, and we don't even realize it. And when you integrate with something, you take it as a part of yourself.
So it pains you to give away $1.
You feel like you're losing a part of yourself when you give money away. It's like, I ain't giving you no money. The hell, you feel like less of a person.
Yeah.
When you give money away.
Yeah, and this can be a reason why some people feel it's so hard to let go of their ex-partners, because to a certain degree they have integrated that person inside of them, and so if they let go, then it's this pain that is felt. And look, we got 111 playbacks, so I know I'm staying right on track.
Right.
But it's there's a pain that is felt when that person leaves, because you have integrated that person into you. Right. Okay. And see, that's a slippery slope, because but you know what? That's love. To be honest, that's love. Love is a 50-50 crapshoot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But the reason why it hurts so much is that because you have now integrated that person into you. And when they leave, it's like a piece of you. It's like your arm.
Right.
Like if my arm came off, I would feel the pain and I would be hurt.
Crying, you hurt.
Okay.
You feel like you can't write. Now I gotta learn how to write with my left hand, you know, because you integrated it. Yeah. And when we integrate with money like that, we find it hard to give it away to someone else because we feel like we are gonna be less than we were before we gave the money away. And I was like, God damn. And another thing he talked about was he talked about something else when we integrate with something else. Gosh, it slipped my mind, but you just think about that for a second. When you integrate with something so much, like let's say you got $4,000. You just off the blue, you got $4,000, even $5,000, right? But you know, with that $5,000, you need stuff, and that money you're going to take to invest, right? So you might need a computer, you might need a new car, you might need things, and all of these things that you need is something to help you to get to a next destination, a next point along the destination, right? So boom, next week come, you got $0. You ain't got no more money, right? Right. But look at how this matrix is set up. This matrix is set up to make you feel like you're broke now. Right. Like, damn, look at you, done spent all that money, now you ain't got shit. You so look at you. And this is the relationship with money. The perception. This is the perception. This is the integration with money. Because now you don't have it anymore, so now you feel less than. Right? But my higher self told me this one time. My higher self was like, look, what you engaged in, it's you exchanged energy. Yeah. It's an energy exchange. You are no less than you were before. Right? Right. Because now instead of having the $4,000, which is money, you now have a new computer, you now have a new car, you now have whatever else that you had planned to get. And these things that you have now, received, what you did an energy exchange, so you still have the $4,000, right? You just engaged in energy exchange. Right. And so now what you do have, instead of the actual money, is the stepping stool to take you to where you need to go. Because money is a tool. Yes. It's something that we use to get from point A to point B. But this matrix is set up to make you feel that way. Like if you don't have the actual money, that you're less than you were before. Yes. So if we can really change that perception, it can really help us to get along further, right? Use it as a tool. And we can't be so invested and integrated with the money that when some of it is leaving, we feel like some of ourselves is leaving. Shit is crazy. Yeah. And see that also goes back to what we were saying before, because if you go from this level, which means that you're searching for your twin flame, you're searching to fill in template, versus you doing your own work and creating your own template. When you do this, you are becoming whole. Everything is inside of you. There's nothing external that you need to fill your cup. Right. So now when somebody or something else leaves, you're not devastated. Right, right. You're not just all distraught, like, oh my God, they go. Right, can't do nothing. I mean, listen, we're human beings at the end of the day, right? I mean, we gonna feel what we gonna feel. You're gonna feel something because we are a spirit, but we having a human experience. Yeah. And you do have these emotions and they're real and they go off and stuff like that, right? But at least you have that understanding to know what is taking place. Right. Right. And you won't really integrate and identify with it to the point where you feel like, some part of me is out there, like you, right? Yeah. So yeah. And just also know on the flip side of something, because this came to me while I was sitting here, because I've had this class ring for quite some time, right? This is actually my high school ring. This from 2002. I don't know if that's gonna show. It ain't gonna show. Wow. But there was a point in time to where I wore this ring
every day.
Mm.
Every day so much that sometimes when it was off my hand, I still felt like it was on it. And then when I realized that it wasn't there, like, oh shit, where's my ring? Where's this? Like, not only can we integrate with money, we can integrate with personal things. So if you ever feel like, actually, I have a challenge for you. Just go throughout your life, everything that is around you, from people, places, things, ideas, things of that nature. Think about it. If it was not in your life, how would you feel? Okay? Because this is a good indication to see where the other fragments of you is. I don't know if that's correct English.
That's interesting.
But yeah, because if you have so many pieces of yourself, like so many people tied to clothes, shoes, jewelry, extensions,
circumstances and situations,
you can integrate yourself into it so much that you lose a piece of yourself in that thing, personal situation that you put yourself in.
Even like a job.
Oh, of course.
What it is, like a lot of people integrate so much with their job or what it is that they do, that when they're not doing that particular thing anymore, they feel less than.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
And that's nothing to feel bad about.
Nothing to feel bad about.
But it is an indication for you to see where are some pieces of myself that I left behind. Because if I want to create or be with my twin flame on my own terms, which means that I'm building my own template, that means that I have to gather together all of the fragments of myself so I can come back whole and create that magnetic field, that torus field that attracts me to me.
It make it more powerful. Because think about it, think about the past, use this Lion Gates portal to collect the fragments. I mean, this is a very strong portal that we have right now. So use it to your advantage, right? Think about it. Like, what job did I have at one point in time that I identified with so much that when I did lose a job, I felt really distraught, almost discouraged. And somehow I managed to pick myself back up, but I've never been as happy, right?
Yeah.
That's an indication that a part of you is left back.
And actually, Soul, the movie Soul, really portrayed that very well. If you all have seen the animated cartoon movie Soul, there was a point where they were in the spirit world, and the guy was a stockbroker or something like that. He was just at his desk, just typing away. And, at some point he got into the zone so much that he got lost. He got lost in the spirit world. And the girl thought it was funny because she kicked him to wake him up, but she actually knocked him out of the spirit world, and he came back to where he was like, oh shit, what the hell am I doing? Let me go and do something I actually love to do.
Wow.
So this just went to a whole nother level of what we're just talking about.
That escalated fast, Serena.
That just went on a whole nother level.
Listen, it be coming in.
It's so many, like this, the way that this realm is set up, it is designed to fragment you. This is MK Ultra on a whole nother level. They may cut our video off of this.
You done said them keywords.
But look, like for real, because that was the whole thing about the whole project, is that because they wanted to fragment the people so much that they were wanted to be super soldiers, that there's another part of them that snaps in and starts doing all of the killing, and the other side of them is not even realizing of it. But in this reality, we fragment ourselves so much that there's another aspect of ourselves that's out there doing dirt, that's either out there doing good wills, and we don't even know it because we let our fragments of ourselves go all over the place instead of bringing it back together.
Right, well, we can be most powerful and effective, right? Somebody said, what happens if the twin flame dies? Thank you, Serena. Goes back to the spirit world, exactly. Like one of my friends, I don't know if Teresa's still on here, her twin flame passed away. Listen, her twin flame is a bomb.com. He told her what he was about to do. He did it. Like, he wasn't playing around. But yeah, you can still connect with your twin flame. Guys, this life, think about it this way. This life is like a dream. But think it's like a really solid dream.
Yeah.
Right? this realm is just as relevant. Look, Teresa is here. She could tell you about her twin flame. They talk all the time. He come to me to give her messages.
Yes.
But yeah, this life is like think of it as a solid dream.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. When you go to sleep in the nighttime, right? You dream. Sometimes in my dreams, I live out a whole goddamn lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I had kids. I'm married, like a whole lifetime in one dream. And then I wake up, and then that life becomes, I don't even talk about it unless it was like really prominent. Then I'll tell my baby about it. Mm-hmm. This is how this life is. It's kind of like a dream.
Yeah.
Right. When this life is over, I mean, you feel like if hey, that was a dream, that was a long dream. But you want to make sure that I don't know how to say this without sounding whatchamacallit, but I'm gonna say it. Mm-hmm. You want to practice how to die. Put all jokes aside, because this is what our ancestors knew and they were good at. They were good at dying. Mm-hmm. Because you want to make sure that you have a strong will.
Yes.
You want to make sure that you're not afraid. Like, don't carry fear with you. Right? It's nothing to be afraid of. I remember when I was young, I used to be afraid of dying and shit. Like, I was like, death, but then, once you get to a certain point in your spiritual journey, you realize that it's nothing to be afraid of. Mm-hmm. And that, even though these damn draconian MFers, they really did their best to sever that rainbow bridge. That's what I call it, that connection between the here and there, the netherworld. Yes. If you really, really do connect enough within, you can still have that connection. Mm-hmm. Because they're not gone. Like we can't. It doesn't happen unless they trap our soul in some shit, some 1,000 years, whatever. But we still don't go away. No. Right? Unless they repurpose you, but that's a whole different thing. But your consciousness it's a whole nother thing. Your consciousness still doesn't die per se. Mm-hmm. Right? Death is like an illusion in this matrix. That's how they control people. They control the masses. Because think about it, right? If everybody on planet Earth knew, which they used to know, okay, that's why they invented this thing called death, right? Think about it. If everybody knew that death was a transitional phase and that no one ever really dies, right? What do you think people would be doing? Think about it. If the fear of death was not embedded in our subconscious, right? And people knew that there was no death, and they knew that they still lived on. Think about what the world would look like, especially now. Think about how little control they would have over people. Just something to think about.
Yeah, that even wow. This is, okay, I'm not gonna go there because that's a whole nother video. Because it just I got a whole nother download. But I'm just gonna say this little bit here. Let's think about it. If we don't die, we're energy. We're only. It can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred, right? Mm-hmm. That's what they say about energy. I mean, you can look it up for yourself. You can't destroy energy. It only transitions to one other thing to a next. So the angel of death is just a facilitator from you going from one life to the next. That's it.
Where you want to go.
And you can actually choose where you want to go.
Where you want to go, bro.
Okay. Now we're just gonna leave it at that. There's just a thing to think about because we kind of want to stay on topic right now as far as the twin flame template. But if y'all want us to go a little bit more into that, just let us know and we'll go into it. But yeah, this is some breakthrough stuff. And right now we got 26 people on here. If y'all can give us a little bit more thumbs up. Right now we got 5 likes. Let's just go ahead and get those thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. We appreciate the love.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the Cash App also. We do appreciate that. And again, if you want to support the channel, we do have 3 tiers. You guys can either become a supporter, you can become a Twin Flame supporter, or you can become a Royal Starseed. I know the Royal Starseed subscription does give you access to other videos that's not available you know, for everyone else. And you can also head over to our website and become a Royal Twin Flame there. That way you can see all of the videos that we have done, all of the webinars. They're very, very good webinars that we have done. I think we did how to exit the matrix, and I think the Royal Starseeds are able to see how to exit the matrix. Also, shadow work, you know, video that you can see on the YouTube channel if you become a Royal Starseed.
Especially for those who ask us, like, what is shadow work? How do you do shadow work? Well, we got like a whole 2-3 hour webinar that we did. It's on YouTube and it's on our website. But it's only for those who are subscribers on the YouTube channel that have access to it, or subscribers on our website that have access to it. It's a very minimal amount that, and the information would change your life easily and automatically.
Exactly, and effortlessly. And also, guys, don't forget to cop the book. And for those of you who did purchase my book, I thank you so much for your support and your encouragement, because it is encouraging, you know, when someone else believes in what you're doing. So I thank you guys very, very much.
Thank you.
I am working on, you know, completing the affirmation, the book of affirmations, daily affirmations. That one would actually be able to tell you what affirmations work better on which particular days, because different days carry different energy signatures because of the collective, you know, agreement and whatnot. But yeah, a moth is also a butterfly. It's a book of inspirational poems. I take you through some of my darkest moments and some of my most joyous moments, and also my conversation with higher self, which I did receive very, 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 very structured and sound information as far as, you know, when I was going through a really dark time, and, you know, that information came in and just literally lit me up. I got lit, guys.
Get litty.
I got litty. And I also have the generational courses that's in there. You know, some people want to say generational curses, whatever. It's a course. We got to take it or not, whatever. It's still going to be there. But yeah, it's all in there. And also, How Will You Remember Me? It's another poem that's in there. I think I did a spoken one. But those poems are pretty powerful. My son said knowledge. He said that he likes stars.
Oh, yeah.
He said stars is his favorite one. Stars shine brighter. Some stars shine brighter apart. Yeah. Because, you know,
some stars shine brighter apart.
Yeah.
Hope you caught that.
Yeah, that one I wrote because of a friendship that I had back in the day. And it just spoke to a certain type of friendship, because, you know, sometimes, you know, when you have two number ones together as friends, sometimes you do have to kind of like, I want to say separate, but sometimes you do have to drift so that you really can shine.
Yeah, sometimes you got to separate.
You got to do that little bit of separation so that we both can evolve and grow into your fullness. So yeah, guys, don't forget to cop the book. We do appreciate it. Go get you some shirts. We got some good merch. People are copping the merch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think someone just got they try to bury us.
The Starseed.
The Starseed one. They try to bury us, but they forgot we were Starseeds. That's a beautiful one. All one of a kind. So nobody else is gonna have your stuff unless they get it from our website.
It only comes from us. It's unique stuff. Nobody else has it. It's just our way of expressing ourselves, because we're both artists. I'm more visual. She's more spoken.
You see, I see what I do when I draw.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So without that, with that, all of that being said, hopefully this information really, it's our intention that this information that we just provided to you helps make your twin flame journey that much easier. Because if you go from trying to fill a template to being the template, it's going to make your life a lot easier, and you are going to attract those things which are you.
Exactly. And if you need guidance along your journey, again, we don't believe in telling people what to do.
No.
Right? We just give you guidance from already what's within you. So if you need to book a session with us, go ahead, go to the website, feel free to book a session. Our Royal Twin Flames, you do have discounts.
Yes, and I just posted it on the community board yesterday. I don't know if some of y'all Royal Starseeds have seen it, or the royal supporters or anything of that nature, any of the supporters, there is a coupon discount on the community board for 22% off of anything. 22% off. So go ahead and go over to the community board. If you're one of the supporters on the channel, you will be able to see that discount code. So you can go to the website and get 22% off.
That's right. And next week, Saturday, guys, we have a really good treat. We have a surprise. We're going to have some musicians.
Well, it's in the works.
It's in the works.
It's in the works for next Saturday.
We know of one for sure. One for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we want them to come on here, and we want them to, let you guys listen to some of their talents. They're very, very talented. They're also on Twin Flame Journeys.
Yes.
All of them.
And they're all clients that we've worked with in the past. And and it's just amazing seeing their transformation from the time that we work with them up until this point. And when y'all get a chance to talk with them and actually see them and see their evolution, it's like,
it's beautiful. Dee's evolution is just, I love her. I mean, ADT, I mean, I don't know if she's here watching tonight, but she's amazing. And one of the things that I admire about her so much, I mean, we met her about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago.
Golly, time flies. But we went to ATL, we hooked up, we did a little jazzy jazz and whatnot.
At 420 celebration.
Right, 420. It was beautiful. That day was magical.
Yes, it was.
It was so magical.
Oh,
it was me, you, D, and her other friend was there. And it was like, wow, it was a beautiful day. Yeah. It felt like we were vibing really high that day. Yeah. But it was a great experience. But every now and then she'll go in her own cocoon phases, right? ADT. And each time
leveling up.
She just levels up. And she won't talk to nobody. She won't call. She'll come off of social media. I mean, like for a straight year sometimes. 6 months, whatever. But then she emerges. And when she does, you can see her wings are getting bigger. Yeah. Her music sounds different. It's just deeper and deeper. So it's like every time she goes in, she goes deeper, but she goes on the inside.
Yes.
And
we'll talk about evolving.
She's an amazing soul, like just freaking amazing. ADT, if you're looking at this, we love you, sis. Big up.
We love you.
Yes.
We love you. And hopefully the other two will be on there as well.
Chris.
Our boy Chris and our girl Tyler.
She's another one. Oh my gosh.
Some amazing music, just using their journey to express through music. It is just amazing. So hopefully we'll be able to put it together on Saturday. That way you all get an opportunity to vibe out to some good music, talk about some spirituality, and see how when you go through and do the work, what type of life you could live.
And transform freaking nation, man.
Type of transformations that can go through.
Yes. Because ADT, man, listen, Tyler and Chris, they're literally on this journey, and they're literally transforming every single day. And every day they're evolving every single day. And you know who they're in competition with? The person they were yesterday.
That's the only person they're in competition with.
That's their competition, who they were yesterday. Just continuously growing and evolving. They're beautiful. Y'all gonna get to see them. We're gonna make sure they be on here.
All right, y'all. So without further ado, we love y'all so much. More than likely, we will be back tomorrow. We got quite a few things that are going down tomorrow. For our Royal Twin Flames, we had to push that meeting back. We had to push it back to about 4 o'clock because we have a meeting that we're going to attend that Forbidden Knowledge is going to be facilitated. Now, we don't know him personally, but hey, we're going to be there. We're going to be in the building. Yeah. He's going to be dropping some knowledge on us that we're going to be diving into. So we had to push that Royal Twin Flame meeting back until 4 o'clock. So hopefully you all got notifications. Emails went out so that you would know. And then later that evening, if all of the energy is still there, we'll be doing SNLs with Chris and Alicia and doing some card readings tomorrow night.
Coming with it.
So definitely tune in. Y'all gonna be in for a treat.
Yes.
All right. So without further ado, we love y'all.
We love you guys so much.
We love y'all.
Don't forget to give a thumbs up.
Peace out.
Subscribe, share.